Well, we're on to one of my favorite turtles, which I've been saying that about all of them, Raphael. And like I said before, I'm not adding any video game characters, voice actors, or anything like that. Nobody like Yuri Lowenthal or anyone, because it doesn't count. I'm going through cartoons and movies, no shorts, just cartoons and movies. And that's it. Anyhow, let's get things started, and then let's start ranking the angriest / the sarcastic turtle of all Ninja Turtles. Let's get things started, and let's start ranking this shit. Let's hit it. Worst to best, Raphael voices. Let's go. Let's see who's the worst and who's the best.
Hey, what is this? A Ronaldo show? You gotta learn to control that temper, gang. Did I say that?
First off, I knew that Turtles 3 would be on this list. Tim Keller from Ninja Turtles 3 was one of the voice replacements for Josh Payas from the original 90s movie, and he does a horrible job. There is nothing I can say that can save this performance. This guy is just terrible, and I guess it's because of the mechanics or whatever, but good God almighty, he doesn't even try. I mean, there is doing a performance and at least knowing the thing that you're in is shit, but still trying to get something out just for the hell of it. And he's not even trying. He's not even attempting to give a good performance. He just makes Raph sound way too happy and out of character through most of the run of the movie. And I've got to say, Turtles 3 is just filth. If you want to see a really good review of Turtles 3, which I'm sure most of my viewers have seen this review, watch the Angry Video Game Nerd's review of Turtles 3. He basically narrows down what is completely wrong with this film, and this is just a shit performance. Straight out of the barrel, complete and utter shit. I mean, I have seen some terrible performances in my life for the Turtles, but this just takes the fucking cake on how bad it is. I mean, dear God almighty, it's I don't want to drag the poor guy down. He's probably a good actor in his own right, but I think he knew he was just in a garbage movie, and he wasn't even going to try. Let's move on to the next one.
Yeah, baby, go fish.
Not again!
Next is Matt Hill from The Next Mutation doing the voice of Raphael. And I can't believe I'm saying this. I'm giving Matt Hill a bad performance, and I feel terrible about it. I've even had the guy on my channel for an interview. I still feel bad. This performance is Raphael. He tries to add a little comedy. He at least acts good. He does get the concept of the show. It's just, this is not Raphael. Raphael is a hothead, or he is sarcastic. He's actually a little smarter than you think he would be. This, well, Next Mutation thinks Ralph is fucking stupid as hell. And Matt Hill kind of just does the performance of, well, he's stupid. That's the joke. Ha 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 ha. And yeah, Next Mutation is, it could have been so much better than it was, and they could have put some real serious effort in it, but they didn't. They really didn't, and this shows so much. Matt is a very good, gifted voice actor. I love him as Ed from Ed, Edd and Eddy. Hell, he was Captain in The Game Master. I mean, holy shit, man. How do you go from doing such knockout performances, especially with working with someone that is so picky like Danny Antonucci from Ed, Edd and Eddy, to this? Okay, technically Ed, Edd and Eddy came out afterwards, but you get what I mean. This performance is just terrible, and as much as I love you, Matt, I'm sorry. I had to put it here. I am really sorry, bro. Oh, God. I feel dirty just putting you near a bad category.
Honestly, I don't know. We already hit him with everything we got, so insert Dad's plan here.
Next is Omar Benson Miller. And everyone's probably going to jump my shit for this, but I don't like his Raphael voice at all. Why do they keep trying to make Raphael stupid? What is the deal with this Rise of the Ninja Turtle nonsense that they just make the characters all completely comic relief? And I really do not like the tone he gives Raphael in this. He sounds really immature. I prefer the more of a middle ground of a Raphael, being funny, yet being serious at the same time, and this guy does not capture it at all. I can't stand this performance. I can't stand seeing Raphael in this light. It kind of just goes against his character, and I know that Rise of TMNT is a completely different object than, say, the other Ninja Turtles products that came before it, but I don't know. I think Rise of TMNT is one of the worst things I've seen. I really just can't get into it. I mean, I have been ranking these performances pretty low so far, and I'm pretty sure you guys can see why at this point. It's really a not good performance, and I am really sorry to Omar here, but I've got to rank it how I see it, and I see it as complete kind of crappish. That's just my opinion. If there are people that love this show, I mean, I'm sorry, but I'm one of the OG Turtle fans, so his voice is too silly for Raphael, and that's all I'm saying. They make Raphael a complete idiot in this. Let's move on to the next one.
It's not true. We shower regularly.
Alright, next is Sebastian Archelaus, and this might be one of the few Turtles Forever duplicate voices that I did not rank low. I mean, this is more of a middle ground. Why did I rank him higher up than, say, the other Turtle Forever actors? Well, I'm gonna say it. His imitation sounds nearly damn close to Rob Paulson's. It's actually really fucking good. He did so much better than Dan Green as Leo or Castro as Michelangelo that I kind of feel like it's Rob Paulson is there. He even gets the punchlines right in this. But then again, this is an imitation, and it feels kind of off to me. Every so off and on, it just feels a little off. But he captures Raphael's personality from the 87 cartoon, and he is the only one that was true to form to his personality. So I'm giving him props here. This is a good middle ground. This is from when the list is going to get a little better. So, yeah. Sebastian, I give him a thumbs up. Well, at least half a thumb. You know, I cut the thumb off, and it's just like halfway up. The bone is sticking out of it. But you get what I'm saying. He actually tried in Turtles Forever for the 87 Turtles. Unlike the other ones, the other three beforehand, he actually seemed like he gave a shit. And my guess is he's probably an OG Turtle fanboy. Let's go on to the next one.
Jeez, why did you just rip my lips off? You think it's...
Next is Lori Fazzo from Ninja Turtles 2. He kind of tried to do a Josh Paez imitation as well, and I honestly didn't know that they were switched out. Honestly, it's a decent imitation. Though he does make Raphael sound a little too happy, if you know what I mean, than, well, the average sounding voice for Raphael that Josh used in the 90s Turtles movie. But it's a lot better than Turtles 3, that's for damn sure. He kind of keeps up. They seem to like to center Raph as like the leader of the group in these movies for some reason, and I don't know why. But Lori did kind of capture Josh Paez's voice pretty well, and I've got to say this much. I like it. It's okay. But like the contender on the list before him, it's an imitation of another actor that they're trying to do. And on top of that, they're trying to play him in a less angry light, which kind of hurts it. After Turtles 1, the performances are gonna go downhill, but still, this one actually did give a shit. He kind of captured Raph, and that's all I gotta say. This is gonna be a shorter segment, but hey, what the hell.
Donnie said he needs more of the purple ooze to track Bebop and Rocksteady. And you said the cops would have logged it in the evidence control room.
Talk about the angry, pissed off Raphael. Alan Ritchson actually wasn't that bad. This is one of the few performances that I put in from the Michael Bay movies that are actually pretty decent. He kind of captured the spirit of Raphael from the 90s movie and a little bit from the cartoon, too. You know, there are some moments where he really has some out-of-character sayings, but honestly, I can see why they casted him as Raphael, and I'm going to be really honest with everyone. He's the best part of the 2014 and 2016 movies. He stays in spirit with the Ninja Turtles, and I can see, like I said, why they casted him. He kind of just had the build to play this Raphael. I could see them wanting Raphael to be slightly bigger than the other Turtles because he's the one that is most prone to violence. Well, at least the comics and 90s say that about him. But yeah, he kind of doesn't do a terrible job. It's a good performance in a shitty movie. So he tries. And all I've got to say is, it's actually effort shown in. I would rank him and have him come back as Raphael again. He's not the worst, he's not the best, he's just in a decent middle ground for me. However, the list just keeps going up and up from here, so I'm going from negativity to decency. Let's maneuver on.
A Jose Canseco bat! Tell me, you didn't pay money for this.
Next is Josh Payas from the 1990 movie. And all I've got to say is his performance is very memorable. This is where the Brooklyn accent Raphael started from the beginning. And all I've got to say is it's a very iconic performance. Especially with some of the lines like, a Jose Canseco bat? You didn't pay money for this. I love that. And I am kind of against Raphael having a Brooklyn accent. I know a lot of people are probably going to come after me for saying that, but I don't know. His is a lot more natural. Josh kind of just hits the heart of the character, and he gives Raphael a lot of heart, in my opinion. More so than any of the other movie Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles did. He did a fantastic job, but my problem is with this Raphael, he's always just so fucking angry. He's pissed off at the world, and he really doesn't like to drop his guard, but there is some good subtle moments within the movie. One of my personal favorite scenes is where Shredder tells the Turtles to drop their weapons, and Raphael at the beginning of the movie actually is super pissed off after he loses his sai. April steals his sai. But yet, when Shredder tells them to throw their weapons down, Raph is actually one of the first ones that does it. He doesn't even attempt to hesitate. I really enjoyed his performance and how well he did here. It was absolutely awesome. Although, I wish he would have kind of had more of a middle ground and more laid back than, say, the performance that he gave, but it's a good performance, and I give it 2 thumbs up. It is really good. Let's continue on.
You'd better, or else I'm gonna get sarcastic.
Alright, next is Rob Paulsen, and I bet a lot of you guys are pretty surprised to see him here, this, section on the list anyhow. He's not low, but he is pretty high up on the list, but, like I said, this Raphael is radically different from the movie verse or any of the other ones. In fact, this Raphael is the jokester, sarcastic asshole of the group, and personally, I love him. I love this version. He's always cracking jokes, breaking the fourth wall in the original cartoon. He is just freaking great, and I just enjoy him so much. It's a very over-the-top performance, but Rob Paulsen is a very good over-the-top voice actor. Easily amazing. I mean, he channels his inner Pinky in some of these lines. I have to say, my favorite line is the clip that I played earlier. You better, or I'm gonna get sarcastic. Basically, yeah, that is Raphael's character. Sarcasm and being a dickhead. But he's a lovable dickhead, and you can't help but enjoy him. When I was a kid, I was pretty much the Raphael of the group. I was the one who was always cracking the jokes. I never broke the fourth wall because I don't think anyone is really watching us. At least I hope not. And yeah, I just really enjoy Rob's performance. He kind of gives off this whole vibe of he's the turtle that is the laziest, but he likes what he does and he will get tough if he has to. He captures a great personality for Raphael, and I can't help but love the dude. He's a lovable dickhead, but he's worthy of this spot on the list. Let's continue on.
Is that obvious, huh?
Our next contender on the list is Nolan North from the 2007 series. Wow, 20 years later. Anyhow, Nolan kind of channels in more of Josh Payas's version, and I will say, I know I just said that Josh is the best out of the movieverse, but I meant live action. Animated movie? Oh yeah, easily this guy. He kind of kicks ass right here. He captures the entire angry side to Raphael, but he also kind of captures a more gentle side. You can kind of see why he is the way he is, though I will say the subplot of him dressing as a vigilante is kind of stupid. I think it's stupid because he's a guy in a green turtle costume, but I do like how they establish friendships with Casey and April. I do like his kind of dichotomy with his brothers and how different he feels from them, how he wants to constantly keep fighting, and etc., while the others are wanting to take a break from all the constant fighting. But yet, I can understand and see his character completely, and it's just a really great performance nonetheless. He definitely has some of the yells down and etc. during the movie run. I really like when he is ready for straight out fucking action, and one of the best scenes out of the entire movie is his fight with Leonardo. This was a fight we have wanted to see since the original 1990 movie. The two have always butted head, and that has always been a staple of Raph's character, and we finally get to see the two fight up against each other. Well, at first, it's a guy in a costume, Raph in a costume, but still, it is just freaking awesome. And Nolan North is very underrated as a voice actor, which is very sad, but his version of Raphael should not be discounted. It is just incredible.
I hate watching the news. It's all bad. These gangs out there banging heads and
Okay, I bitched about the Brooklyn accent with most of the Raphaels, but Greg Abbey's performance is just amazing. He takes the movie version of Raphael and gives it a spin that shows that he's more than just an angry, pissed off Ninja Turtle that is wanting to fight just for the sake of fighting or wanting to be accepted or whatever. He just nails the role to a perfect T, and for the longest time, he was my favorite Raphael of all the other actors that have played him. He just hit it perfect for me. Yeah, he still had the Brooklyn accent. I guess I still had something to bitch about, but I really enjoyed his personality in this one. I pretty much just like how almost anything sets him off, and the line delivery is just fucking hilarious with him. There are times where it's very similar to Idris Elba's Knuckles, where he's not intending to be funny, but what he says, because he's so wound up tight, can be really funny. Greg Abbey is so freaking amazing in this role, and he just made it work for him perfectly. I don't think anyone else has really took a grasp on the 90s movie Raph and spun it around and made the performance their own. He has finally done that. And a lot of people are probably going to say, well, it's technically not the 90s performance of Raph, but it is if you look at it. I mean, look at it. He's angry. He's pissed off. There is the Brooklyn accent is there. They were basically just expanding upon Raphael's character other than anger. They put a lot of depth in between him, and I've got to say, he is worthy of this spot. Just so much effort was put into the 2003 series, and I don't ever want people to skip over it. It is really sad to see how underrated the show is now with all the new Turtles out today. I mean, you would think that the 87 Turtles would now be underrated, but no, it is now the 03 ones that are mostly forgotten about. But Greg's performance of Raphael is near perfect, but there is one more that just does it for me.
For the first time in my life, I have no idea, little brother.
Yep, the best has to be Sean Astin from the 2012 series. I bet you guys weren't expecting that, were you? I bet you guys were expecting me to put, say, Josh Payas or Rob Paulson as number one, but nope. Sean Astin delivers a perfect balance of Raphael, and I can't complain here. He does excellent in this role, making Raphael angry, bitter, and pissed off through some of the time, but yet compassionate and really funny once in a while. I just enjoy the fact that Sean is able to capture a perfect Raphael. He's not constantly pissed off, but he can be. Him and Leonardo Vicker off and on throughout the show, but it's more like a playful Vicker. The two still fight, and the two still get into it once in a while, but I don't know. Sean's performance just kind of sets the standard to me. I honestly think he is the best Raphael that has been done lately. Look at all the other ones. Rob Paulson was sarcastic and funny. Josh Payas was angry, pissed off, and he had a little bit of sentimental moments. And then there's the Nolan North version, who is mainly the war-torn fighter, warrior, etc. Sean outdid it all. He was able to grab and gravitate to a happy medium balance, and honestly, it's one of the best performances out of the 2012 Ninja Turtles series. He really kicks ass as this version, and honestly, out of the 2012 show, he's my favorite character. I can't believe I'm actually saying this, but yeah, 2012 Ralph is my favorite freaking character out of the entire show. And Sean Astin's performance is just damn near perfection. In fact, to me, it is perfect. It is a happy balance of all the other versions of Raphael put into one. So, I've got to say, he is worthy of being the best of the best Raphaels. And honestly, that ends this list for me. Well, there's only one turtle left now, and that turtle is my favorite Ninja Turtle of them all, Donatello, the brains. He does machines. Join me next time to see who the worst Donatello is and who is obviously my favorite Donatello. I'll see you next time, and always remember, eat your pizza up, and I'm listening.
Hello, this is Corey Feldman. Welcome to my studio here in Los Angeles, California, and I just wanted to pop in to say congratulations to Tim. Mr. Tim, I hope everybody's enjoying your videos. He's got some great content, and if you're enjoying his content, make sure you click on that little button right there that says subscribe. Why? Because everything on his channel is Bossa Nova. That's right. Congratulations on your channel, Mr. Tim. I'll be following you, and I know everybody else will too.
Pizza power!